What is up, internet? Let me turn my phone down and be a professional, if you know what I'm saying right now. How you guys doing right now? Just going live to catch up, let you guys know what I've been up to, answer some questions if that's what you want to do. Just bored, eating some curry at my apartment alone, and I thought I'd stop by and say hello. If you're catching this later, thanks for joining in. If you're catching it right now, comment below and I'll get in some conversations with you right now. What's up, Banana Man? I like that name. That rolls off the tongue really good. That banana rolls off the tongue, you know what I'm saying, dog? Wayne's gang. Hope you're keeping on with the tats. Just started back again. What's up, Brock? Hey, Landon. Good seeing you so quick. Yeah. Clickbait, halfway. Ultimately, I'll tell you this. I wasn't really feeling that great today. You know, I was kind of had a bit of a headache, and man, this light is hitting me really hard on this cheek. Isn't that kind of crazy? Let me tone this down. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, a little bit more normal, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So wasn't feeling too hot. I think I was a bit dehydrated, or I've just kind of worked late the last couple nights, made it rest so well. Fuck, wasn't feeling good. Thought I'd get curry, 'cause that's the go-to. Haven't had curry in a while, to be honest with you. And I don't know, I just drank a bunch of water, drank a Thai tea, and then I'm on my second Thai tea, and I got some of the classic yellow curry halfway through it, so still doing it. You know, but it just isn't as magical as I remember. Maybe that's on them. I don't know. Hey, Wayne, just want to thank you for putting me on Peace Tea. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of over Peace Tea. I have a bunch in the fridge right now. Everyone gives it to me. But I don't know if I love it as much. Yeah. Trey asked how the Patreon is doing. Patreon's fucking awesome. I've been loving it. I know I've been neglecting YouTube here, but the Patreon's good. You know, it's really cool to have that support and making that like solid, like predictable income every month from Patreon. I've been using the money to produce more stuff for Patreon. So right now I have like 66 subscribers on Patreon, and I have a bunch of posts. I've been making videos every week. After I'm done doing this with you, I'll be making another video to put up there. Stuff from the groceries to me playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater, to like some higher quality content that I paid a couple $100 to make that video. Some more Tony Hawk Pro Skater stuff. I paid another couple $100 for that video. So I'm kind of just taking the Patreon budget and making really high quality videos, and then I'm just stacking those there, and then eventually I'll put them out here maybe. I also may replace Patreon with YouTube member program. I got a message from YouTube that I qualified to have members on here. And I think they're just trying to compete with Patreon. So the idea is like, instead of making you leave here to go there and have a separate thing, I can unlist a bunch of videos here. I can put a bunch of new videos here. And they're only available to members. And you could have like, I think a community tab exclusive to that. And basically a Patreon, which is on YouTube, which I think would be really useful, but I've already kind of been doing the Patreon thing. But one of the things I don't like about the Patreon is that if I share a bunch of stuff, it's all chronological order. So if you want to like, if you become a member of Patreon, you want to watch my shit, you have to scroll down and find it. And I'm like, you know, I have a couple hundred videos here, and I'm like, it'd be great to just like unlist like 150 videos and have them only on Patreon, but it would just be like a stacked mess in the post, and you wouldn't even get that deep down low. So I need to look at how the membership program works here, because it'd be cool to have a bunch of videos exclusive still on here rather than sharing the unlisted link over there. So right now Patreon's growing great, but looking at other things too. I think H3 is doing the same kind of thing with members, only thing like that. Yeah, I saw them doing that, but it doesn't seem like they're doing anything, because they're going to make a member-only podcast. It was like H3 at night, and then they put it out immediately to the public, and they said like, oh, just you guys are supporting this, and we're putting it out to everyone. And some people were upset that they're putting it out to everyone, but the reasoning is really good. they want people to see their shit, and ultimately, the people that are supporting it are paying for that content that might get demonetized or not make money, but they're gonna make money off it regardless because they have the member program. So it's kind of like the members are supporting them to put out content that doesn't have to do well with the algorithm, and it'll still get seen. Kind of a loophole to still make money on your video without having to rely on advertisers. Because that's why people on YouTube don't put out certain content, because they're afraid that's going to get suppressed or not make any money. And honestly, as far as YouTube goes in money, there is no fucking money. You know, I make about $100 a month on YouTube. I have like 250 videos at least up on YouTube, and every video makes pocket change. Sometimes I make $1, $2, $3 off a video. The more popular videos that you found me off of, like what tattoos last the longest or tattoos fade the fastest, that makes like $4 a month. So it adds up long game, and it makes money, but doesn't make enough money to sustain doing it for money, if that makes sense. But I think that the whole going direct thing, I think, has potential to kind of save creators and be able to make them create what they want to create and ultimately make content better, because you don't have to make it kid friendly and stuff. There's an app that reached out to me. Let me see their name. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say the name. I probably am. They reached out to me and they're trying to compete with like TikTok and stuff like that. And it's somewhere in my email. I don't know, somewhere in there. But anyways, this company, they're making like an Instagram style TikTok thing, and you can become a member exclusively to the profile of the person you're following, and you can also donate and things like that. And I think it's like, basically this app, instead of collecting your data and selling it and having things marketed to you, the whole aspect is the people you're following, you're supporting them directly, and they're getting a cut of that. So that's how they make their money. So the app is a lot more honest, not so deceptive. But I don't really know when the app's coming out. I think it's supposed to come out next month, but I got an email from them offering me to be a part of like the rollout of the beta test, and they reserved my name on there. But who knows? I mean, apps to take over, like everyone's only on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So a new app coming around, we've seen that been tried before, and I don't know. And that's the only reason why I think I'd probably even maybe ditch Patreon to do the same thing on YouTube, just because it's more native. It's everything in one place, you know? Thanks, Just Barnes Ruskin. Yeah, you're the best tattoo artist in the world. Thanks. Yeah, Landon's in the Patreon since the beginning. Yeah, not going anywhere, Brock. Sorry. How's it going? It's going all right. I heard YouTube takes a large portion of money, unlike Patreon. Yeah, YouTube is mysterious with it. They get the advertisers and they strategically put the ads on the videos that target you. They make unknowing amount of money off of that, and they give someone like me a percentage of that. But that percentage is a bit of a mystery because I'm not a mathematician and such. But yeah, you don't make shit, you know? You don't make shit. But I've never made shit. You know, I think when I came to YouTube, it was right after the adpocalypse and all that shit. So I came in right when like people were kind of, I missed the golden era of money on YouTube, and so whatever. I mean, to me, the YouTube thing is just about, if anything, I should be paying YouTube. Like, to have this reach, you know, I could speak and 27 people watching right now, and I'm home in my apartment. It's pretty cool. I can make a video and get 10,000 views, and that's a hell of a word of mouth. So the value in it is you maybe buying some flash or getting a tattoo. It's all long game. You know, it's a Wayne commercial of me tatting for you. Damn, Landon, that's fucking awesome. That's cool. Mary, you're talking about that, about the vegan thing. That's really cool. Yeah, any questions, just ask, man. I got your back. You know, it's easier than you may know. It's just building new habits and just grabbing different things in the same grocery store you already go to. Ordered a tiny tattoo book. Not sure if you got to sign it either way. Love the tattoos, bar. Thank you, Irish Army. I didn't. Anthony's been shipping them all out. Since we have been working together a lot, I haven't really got to see him, and the books are in stock at his place. The Tiny Tattoo books are kind of like Anthony's side of the business. When I came up with the idea, we put the books out together. We're splitting everything down the middle for a long time. And then for a long time, I was doing everything. I had an assistant shipping everything back in late 2018. And then when I hit the road in 2019, I couldn't keep up with the merch anymore. So I let Anthony take it all over. I bought a bunch of books to put in stock, and I said, here, sell them, make 100%, run them, ship them, do your thing. It's all yours. And maybe eventually we'll split it again, or put it on our book, we'll split it then. But Anthony handles all the shipping. I ship the flash of shirts I put out, but even, to be honest, this last week, Anthony even shipped that. So Anthony's kind of running the Wayne's Gang store, and I just make what I make off the things that I make, but the books are Anthony's thing. So when people order, if I'm around, or the books are in the shop, or Anthony's around, then I'll fucking sign that thing. But yeah, it's just kind of hard right now since we're not working together a whole lot in this whole pandemic thing, and hard to get together and figure it out, Yo, and I'm curious what makes tattooing vegan and non-vegan. Good question. So the carbon that makes black, ash, and then alcohol to break it down, water to, disperse it, make more of it. It can come from vegetable glycerin or animal glycerin, meaning like either it's burnt up vegetables and plant matter ash, or it's burnt up like bone char, which is usually what it is. And there's no real difference in the quality of the black. It's just more so the origin of the black. The tattoo ink I use, I believe to be like some of the darkest black. And I'm not going to tell you the brand name just because I'm a weird old school gatekeeping tattooer, I guess you could say. But it has the word dark black in it. It's made by a tattooer on the East Coast. That's all I'm going to give you. And if you know, you know. And if you don't know, well, hey, you know what? Sorry. But it is made from vegetable glycerin. And so what makes it blacker is the amount of carbon ash. The more of it, the more black there is, the harder it is for your body to break down, the darker it's going to be. And as far as pigments go, a lot of the pigments are like vegetable, they're like food coloring grade pigments or plastic pigments, and they're also like diluted with like water and alcohol, glycerin, whatever. And mostly, as far as I know, all colors are vegan, but they're not all safe. And a lot of bigger brands you will see, like Eternal, Fusion, Intense, Moms, those companies, yeah, they all, like, I know for sure Eternal and Fusion and Intense have warning labels on the back to do a patch test beforehand. It says on the label, for allergen info, do a patch test before using. What they recommend is you get the pigment, you put it on your skin. If 30 minutes goes by, your skin's not irritated, then it's safe to be tattooed with. Now, I can guarantee no tattoo artist has ever given you a patch test before an appointment, because that's really inconvenient, and especially if you're getting like some color realism shit. They have to paint your whole fucking arm every color of the fucking rainbow. So that's just not a practice that takes place. A lot of people get allergic reactions to like reds specifically, and it can be like the metal that's in it and plastics and such. And you don't really know what you're allergic to or not until you've already, gotten the shit end of that thing. So the pigments I use tend to be a lot safer without warning labels. And, I tend to buy from tattooers or make stuff myself. I tend to not really support big Walmart style tattoo pigment companies, to tell you the truth. And even if I were to leak out what I use, if you're not a tattooer, you wouldn't even be able to buy it anyways. But I think the main thing I want to sell to you is that, I can make a good tattoo with bad ink, bad needles, and bad machines. It's a trade. These tools and what we use to make these tattoos, they make our job easier and they give us preferred looks, but they don't create the tattoo. Just as a basketball shoe ain't gonna make you run faster, jump higher, or pro mile skateboard isn't gonna make you pro mile skateboarder. That's that. So I guess I answered a couple questions without even being asked a second one, but told you what makes tattoo ink vegan or not, and also I told you about safety aspects of it, and allergen issues, and a bigger thing about what makes a tattoo procedure vegan is not necessarily the ink, but what you're putting on the skin topically. Like if you're using like a petroleum jelly or a Vaseline or coconut based thing, or or if you're using like an Aquaphor or an A&D, which are both not vegan, or bacitracin or Neosporin, things that contain like lanolin oil or fish oil, or the type of lotion that you're recommended to use. Those things are really what would make a process of a tattoo not vegan, and the black ink itself. And I'll tell you this right now, out of the 5 major companies that make the most popular black inks, I would say 2 of them are vegan. So, it's, and you will have professional tattooers telling you, yeah, my stuff's vegan, and they could be right, and they could be lying. Ultimately, if they're not a vegan, they probably don't know. And so, I guess do your research if you care. If not, then oh well, maybe now you're more aware. Okay. Are you tattooing now? My friend just got here. Hey, Frank. Yeah, I've been tattooing. I just started doing almost full time again. I had a busy weekend. I did 3 appointments yesterday and 3 appointments the day before. Actually, a tattoo in the morning today on my day off as well. But we're still not open to the public. We're allowed to be, but my shop we're just still keeping the door locked, windows covered. If a month goes by and we're still allowed to be open, then I'm going to open it to the public. And that's a good segue to tell you what's next for that. I have an idea to do like an outdoor lobby. So what I want to do is I want to build like these little pony walls on wheels and have them like on hinges, and basically have like a little 4.5 foot wall and like a 6.5 foot wall. And I want to like roll them out in front of the shop and fold it out, and then roll out in front of the shop and fold it out, put some chairs and a desk, and have flash outside the fucking shop. And then so we can have a front desk person with our portfolios out front on the desk. People can roll up, drive up, walk up, whatever. If they're not wearing masks, they're outside. And they can talk about tattoo idea, this and that. And this keeps the people from milling around in the lobby, or people coming in the shop without a fucking mask, because our shop is a super busy location. And it's hard to police the public. So I just don't want to work with the public. So when we get to the point when we are, I want to keep that out to keep it safer inside, and ultimately make it feel more comfortable for people inside, especially people that do care. And the people that don't care, they'll be aware before they go in there, and they're going to fucking follow the rules, or they're not going to be in there. So the idea is, we can come out, give them the quote, talk to them about the tattoo, do the paperwork outside, everything. When it's time, they can go inside the lobby inside, they can wait, and then they can go get their tattoo. And again, that'll just keep people from coming in and out of the shop. My shop is small. It's like 400 square feet. So it's like, if some tweaker walks off the street coughing up a storm, it's not such an innocent tweaker cough during COVID-19. That cough is a little more scary, a little less innocent, and a little less funny. So I think having the outdoor lobby we can set up every day, I think it'll draw people in. It'll feel like there's an event every day, but it'll also keep people out. And I think that barrier to entry is a really good idea, and I'm really glad that I have the storefront to be able to have that idea. So right now, just working on the shop. I have a new vlogcast coming out tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow morning, but I'm really going to try and get it together tonight. And in that vlogcast on Patreon, I'm going to be showing a new desk I built for the storage room. And Landon, you probably saw that in the lens features, that old desk. But it's pretty much done. So I'm going to kind of show you guys what I've been up to this week, and the tattoos I made, and that desk that I was working on. And last week I restored an old water dispenser that's also on the Patreon. I've been keeping everyone updated over there, so I'm putting out a video of that tonight. And then next week it's kind of about, the goal is to dial in some more flash and some weird gaps, build a secret wall, finishing that off, and then hopefully in a month's time the shop will look fucking dialed, and then I can do that thing out front. Tommy Town, what's going down? Why don't you make me curry? Oh man, I miss you, man. I fucking miss you. I am eating curry. I still kind of like it. I think this batch was just a little salty. I think I was feeling a little salty, and I think I was just a little dehydrated earlier. But I'm doing all right. Tommy, shout out your nerd account. Tell everyone about your Instagram. Your Star Wars Instagram. I can't pronunciate it. It starts with an A. Check out this mug. That Voodoo Donuts mug. See that hole? Don't you know? Oh, right. Oh, there. Oh. Ooh. Thai curry pizza. Mmm. That'd be cool, Tommy. Yeah. Woo! Omar's in the fucking house, dude. Hope that thing's healing good, brother. It's fun seeing you. You owe me that fucking witch hazel when you're back from Puerto Rico, player. Yeah. Have you ever tattooed people with cerebral palsy? I don't think I have. I don't think I have, actually. No. No. I've known people. One of my best friends in 3rd grade, Marco, he had cerebral palsy. We had a bunch of classes together. We were friends from like 3rd to 5th grade and lived in Corona. Hi, it's 1:48 a.m. in Poland, and I'm watching you. Go to bed, Patricia. What are you doing? It is late. That pandemic party mode, staying up real late. Have you tattooed anyone that's diabetic before? Yes, I have, and it's fucking not tight. A couple people actually. If you have your diabetes under control and you know you're doing all right, then you can kind of get away with it if you know you got under control. The main issue with tattooing diabetic skin is that it dries out and it takes a long time to heal. I had a good friend and client named John. You'll find him in old videos on my YouTube channel. He's an older man, got cool traditional tattoos, a bunch of funny thumbnails with his face in them. But his tattoos would get really irritated, like instantly bruised, and it was just, they looked like rough, you know, they looked pretty rough. And they would heal at a normal cycle, and in a couple weeks they would look, wow, that healed fucking great, John. And then it would dry up and like scab over and go through a second phase. And then like it would look good, but and then his skin would get itchy, you'd pick at it, and you know, so it's just hard, you know, it's just difficult. Tattooing different skin is different. And yeah, I think the biggest thing with tattooing skins is people with high blood pressure. Sometimes tattooing people that are a bit overweight bleed a lot, or if they're hairy and then they have like if they're hairy and they have high blood pressure and you're whip shading across these like this braille skin where you shaved, like this kind of like the follicles are kind of thick, the skin gets really, really irritated real quick. Yeah, some skin is easier to work with than others. For the most part, when you hear tattooers say, oh, your skin's weird, or I don't know, it must be the skin, that's a pretty easy, like, bullshit thing to say, but there is truth in it a lot, I will say. But that's just a part of tattooing, and everyone's different. So you have to adapt and figure out how to do that crap every person that walks in the door. And ultimately, I've tattooed skin from 18-year-old people to 86-year-old people. So you just gotta know what to do, I guess, you know? Has wife been doing hair? Yes, he started doing hair recently again, a little bit before me. She's been working mainly like morning and afternoon. She's been doing like a 9, 10 a.m., like a 12. She's out by like 3, like, 4 o'clock. The other day she was in there till 6. She was pretty busy. But yeah, she's taking it easy. She's doing appointments. So we're both working again. So we're adjusting back to that. I'm still not taking walk-ins, so I'm still not at the shop full-time. But it's been really nice to like, it's been really nice to like kind of book it around and still spend time with her and work late. Like yesterday, I did a 10 a.m. and then I did a 3 p.m. and then I left work like 5-ish, went and picked up Yessie, came home, walked Randall, ate dinner, went back to the shop at 7, did an appointment. So that was kind of cool, a little siesta hour. What's the red record on the top shelf behind you? That's Youth of Today. That's a classic record. And then underneath it is actually also a band, Ray Capo. He's singing right there, Better Than 1,000. Yeah, one of the best hardcore bands of all time. If you're into Youth Crew hardcore, New York style stuff, technically kind of from Connecticut, then that is some jams for you. Where'd you pick up that Perry? You gotta tell me. You know what? I don't remember. Ooh, you know what? I have a little flex. I remember where I got it. I got this Fred Perry. I'm a liar. I don't remember where I got it. But I was buying a lot of Fred Perrys on eBay, used ones, and it was really inconsistent. And I was getting ones with like the collars kind of like rolling up on it, like it come like that and stuff. And buying them new and the shipping is so tricky. And in 2000 and so bad with the years 16, I think me and Yessie got married. We went to Europe, and I hit a Fred Perry store in England and a Fred Perry store in Berlin, and I bought a bunch of Fred Perry on our honeymoon. And then when I went back to England to tattoo, I bought more Fred Perry. And then when I went to Australia to tattoo, I bought more Fred Perry. And I went to Australia again towards the end of 2018. I bought more Fred Perry then. So for the last like 3-4 years, I've only bought Fred Perry from like Fred Perry stores when I was out traveling about. And I mean, I can't travel now, so I don't know. Hopefully my shit just holds up. But there's a lot of reissues that I thought I liked and I tried on and I just wasn't into. So it's really nice to see the fit on instead of ordering it and getting it and being like, damn. But, you know, a good guide, which I'm sure you know, is the M12 is always iconic and always works, you know? But like the Japanese Fred Perry's, they're like thinner. I like the made in England one, you know? I saw a thing pop up saying, is Fred Perry in the US? There's one store in Boston, and I think there might be one in New York. But like there's a lot all over Europe. There's one in Dubai, one in Australia. But yeah, there's a store called Posers. It's kind of like a punk rock and roll store in Hollywood, and they're like the official Fred Perry distributor on the West Coast. I've never been, but they have Fred Perry stuff. Doctor Strange Records in Alta Loma, aka Rancho Cucamonga, sells Fred Perry's. I was actually there earlier today. I just picked up a Warrior Kids record. It's up there behind you guys, over there, not back here. They have some stuff, but again, I really try to like just try it on first. It's a big investment, you know. I haven't bought one on Amazon. That'd be cool though. I mean, that'd be cool. I guess I'd read some reviews first, maybe. You know, if you don't mind me asking, what brand bicycle? At Wayne Frederickson, love Chinelli. So I love Bianchi. So I like Italian brands just like you. But you know, I don't have a bicycle anymore. My Bianchi Pista got stolen when I came back into town, unfortunately. I want to get another one. I want to get the classic like Celeste, that kind of mint greenish colored one. Yeah, I don't know. Bianchi was like a brand that I always loved. They're just so simple, and I like the old school steel frame. I know that was like it's kind of like, I don't know. It's almost like the Green Day of punk. Like I like punk. Just new Green Day. It's like, oh, okay. Like everyone knows about Bianchi, but that was like the bike I wanted when I first got into bikes. And then obviously became aware of better bikes. But I don't know, the Bianchi's just, I love the name, I love the brand. I just think it's so fucking cool. What size is my Filtrum? It's like 9.5 millimeters, I think. Tommy Town actually cut this in for me 12 years ago. It was fucking rocking. Yeah, it's good. I got all gold. I got this hammered rose gold with polished yellow gold with rose gold right here. This is all made by Terry Leroy. And yeah. Do you skateboard? I play Tony Hawk Pro Skater more than I ride my real skateboard, but yes. Yeah. Ooh, it's with an I, Tommy. Fuck it up. Leroy. What was the joke we said? Was it Oh, Terry's. And Terry would be like, what? Oh man. I love Terry. He's kind of out of the loop. You make a joke and it just doesn't quite land so soon. And I think it's extra funny when we're together, kind of fucking around together, you know? Fair enough. Fair enough, Tommy. If everyone doesn't know, Tommy Town in the comments right there, that's the guy that broke me in the industry. He taught me how to pierce and later on became a tattooer. Do you plan on guesting at shops again, specifically coming to Minnesota? I don't. Not right now. You know, I have the opportunity to travel right now. Obviously, a lot of the questions are where am I going when? People want to get tattooed by me, and I'm fucking so grateful for it. I really appreciate it. However, I just feel even if I'm allowed to go work there, I feel like it's just kind of a bad look on my part to go somewhere, go anywhere right now. I just want to be on the right side of this thing. Internet doesn't forget, and I don't want to abuse my position. And ultimately, my goal this year was to open my shop, work on it, not travel, and have all my friends come travel to me and guest spot with me, build up my shop, and then start going back to the few places every year that I miss and I want to go back and return to. However, a pandemic swept the nation. It's been the longest, shortest year ever, and so I'm still kind of just working on the shop, doing the thing, and I have no intention of going anywhere right now. I thought about it, but it's just not the move, not right now, Tommy, let them know your Instagram. Tommy is retired from body modification, but who knows? Maybe he'll feel a little freaky and slice open your lip if you're feeling a little cheeky. Oh man, I loved that town. Yeah, Tim Bex and Freedom Inc. and Jason there. It's a great shop. Just go back there. Just go back there and get tattooed by Tim. He's way better than me. Like, just take my flash and have him go fucking do it. I don't care. He's great. I love that dude. He's like one of the best tattooers ever. Like I was supposed to do Peoria for a couple days and then do Chicago for a couple days. I canceled Chicago and just did Peoria for like 4 days. Okay, yeah, some old stuff gets raised and itchy. Scratch it. What's your favorite tattoo nearby? So a tattoo is a scar, and scars continue to grow and change for about 6 years. And so if you have the scar tissue as collagen on the skin, and you scratch it or stretch it, it breaks the collagen, and your body builds up more of it, and it can get itchy. Like any scar can get itchy. You can shed. It's some irregularity because it's a scar. So that can happen. If it raises up and it's bumpy and it happens often and it's years and years later, you probably have an allergy, and you'll notice if it's only happening on certain colors in the tattoo. Like if your red only gets bumpy, that's an allergy to the red ink. If your tattoo just gets itchy every once in a while in a stretchy area, that's just a scar. You just need to moisturize it, leave it alone, don't scratch it, don't fuck with it. Because it's just doing its thing. It's healing, Let me see what chat I missed it in here. There you go. Arabesh101 is my Nerd IG account. I don't know if I even said that right. I don't know what the fuck that even means. I don't know if it's a Star Wars thing. I don't know if I got it right, but there it is. Dig through the comments, read Tommy's thing, follow if you like some nerd things. Really cool to see you streaming. Yeah, it's fun. Why not? Word up, Wayne's gang from lockdown in Melbourne. Dude, John, good to see your name in here, man. What's your favorite tattoo on your body? Sorry, I saw that one earlier. I don't know. I don't think about it. Oh, you know what? This newer one. This was made by Matt Headley last year in Wichita, Kansas at Red Sea Tattoo. Pretty cool if you ask me. Go follow Matt Headley Tattoo. Gonna clax them sklouts, Terry's. Terry's on a plane. I love that video, Tommy, so much. Any reason why a heel tattoo would be easy? Okay, yeah, I already answered that. Do you plan on... I think I'm all caught up with you. I think I've answered these questions really good. Thank you. All of them are black. My skin color is mixed, so I'm nervous about getting color on my skin and how it would look. I think, with colors, I tend to use primary colors that primarily work on everyone's skin tone. And the colors that wouldn't show up on someone's skin tone, kind of obvious. If you're darker skin, the yellow is not going to hit as hard. The brown is going to look a little light. The red will not be as bright. It'll be a little more dingy, a little bit more maroon-ish. The yellow will be more of an ochre-looking color. And the black will hit hard, and the green will hit hard. So I think in most of my traditional tattoos, I kind of just do like red and green, then brown and yellow. So most of the stuff I do can kind of work on anyone's skin tone, I would say. And I think the ultimate thing to make any color slap and hit hard is more black than color anyways. Putting a bunch of the colors with no black makes it look light. You need contrast in anyone's skin tone for it to hit hard. Ever. That's just how it works. So traditional tattoos work for everyone. Do you have experience tuning machines or have you ever built your own? Yeah, I'm a tattooer. You have to. That's a part of tattooing. You gotta know your machines. That's like day one. Thank you from upstate New York. Love your traditional work. All black, everything. Yeah, absolutely. Where in upstate are you? Buffalo or where you stay at? I've been up there. I tattooed up in, I tattooed in, ooh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Where the fuck did I tattoo? I tattooed in a college town. Starts with the S. I'm getting close. Syracuse. I tattooed in Syracuse, New York, and then I tattooed in Toronto, and then I tattooed in Boston. All on the same trip. I've tattooed someone from Albany. Cool. Never been up there, but I hear good things. I had the DMC V2. It's good. I like it. I got it from Dan like right before it came out. Blessed. Still paid him, but I got ahead of the line. It's really good. Anthony Pimentel uses it every day to line with. It's great. Right now, some different machines in my routine go-tos, and that one's not in it right now. But I love everything Dan makes. I can't just give you like tattooing is so specific. Like what do I say? Put a dragon on your arm next to a dagger. It's not that easy. I have to see your arm. You know the best way to do it is come in the shop. I kind of want this here, but it looks better here. And if you do it here, then you could do this here, and then you have room to do this here, and then we can do whatever the fuck you want there. Tattooing is specific. The size and the placement and overall composition are more important than the imagery itself. Doesn't matter how cool your image is, if it's crooked or upside down or backwards, or stretched or warped in a weird area. So I can't really describe that unless I'm in front of you. And you know, ultimately, if you want to get a tattoo the way that I would do it, you gotta get it from me. You can get my image done from someone else, but it's not gonna be the same approach, not gonna be the same placement, not gonna have the same thoughts behind it. So you can bootleg it and buy it, or you can come to me and get it. If you're far away, hop on a plane and come see Wayne. There's only one me, beware of imitators. From tattooer's point of view, what's the worst spot to tattoo? The palm. You can barely get anything to go. It has to be very bold, very simple, very blown out, and even then, it's still crude to say the least, and most tattooers don't know how to do it. So that's just a spot. It's not meant to get tattooed. It's a hard one to make a tattoo stay. I'm looking a little bit homeless today. Yeah. Thank you, Tommy. Can you ever over moisturize a tattoo? Yes. You want your tattoo to not be dry, but not be wet. In the first couple days of healing, you're going through this wet phase, and then a couple days later, you're going through this dry phase. The overall objective in the wet phase is to clean it and not let it be wet, and the overall objective in the dry phase is to moisturize it and not let it be dry. You don't want your, it's like chapped lips. You don't want them all oiled up, and you don't want them all dried up, splitting open either. You want them to be comfortable. You want to be able to stretch and talk and do your thing. Same with anything else. Just like anything else on your skin. If your skin is dry and feels comfortable, let it be dry and comfortable. If it's chapped and splitting, moisturize that fucking knuckle, son. Same with the tattoo. You just overall want the skin to be healthy and move about the way it needs to. What made you want to get scarification? I don't know. Something that made me want to do anything else. What's your favorite flash tattoo? I don't know. I suppose whatever I painted last time. That's new? I don't know. I can love an image, but maybe I don't love to do it in that spot on that person. I love the tattoo to go to the right home and be presented the way it needs to. So some images, even with my clients, you may see something, oh, that's all right, and I hold up to your arm like, oh my God, I didn't know I needed that. So it's more about pairing the right image where it fits the best. Funny you say palm. Recently got told I don't know tattoo pain before I had my palm. Apparently that sucks for all parts. Yeah, palms in early. Did you ever get healed pics of those double palm tats? I didn't. I haven't seen him in forever. Apparently he's like famous on TikTok now. I got a couple comments on the YouTube video recently saying, that's the guy from TikTok. And I went on his Instagram and he hasn't been active in there in forever. I haven't seen him in forever. I saw them healed. They're pretty solid. There's a couple spots that need to touch up. And I want to touch it up, but I don't blame them. They just want to. But they're there. They're roses. They're crude. They're there. They're palm tattoos. But I haven't seen that dude in forever. But he's a bit of a collector. Maybe just go on someone else. I don't know. There's something that you've drawn up a while ago that you've been wanting to tattoo. Yes. Yeah. Everything on my wall. The reason why I'm busy tattooing my stuff is because I ultimately have a lot of stuff. You only see a tiny portion of it. On my Instagram, you don't see any of it. If you watch the videos, you see people flipping through pages. I have stacked this high of papers and walls covered. And ultimately, it's kind of like it breaks down to like, you paint a flash sheet with 6 designs, maybe you tattoo 1. Those are really good odds. So if you want to tattoo more of your shit, you need to paint more sheets. So ultimately, you know, for every like 10, 15 designs, there's a hit in there. So you just got to keep making them to find the hits in there. But yeah. I got my eye on that crying alien. You've been talking about it, I think, since the first time and last time. So I think that might be the thing that you need next time. Let's see. Have you finished that wolf spiderweb back tattoo? Yeah. Oh, finished. Yeah, it's finished in that video. The wolf was done a couple years prior. The spiderweb was done. Talked about maybe putting some background in there, maybe, but I don't know. Just a wolf with a spiderweb around it. That's it, I guess. Just black, simple, on his back. You don't see it anyways. That's old news. But I got some new backs I'm working on. How far are you usually booked out during non-COVID times? Well, during non-COVID times, I only book out 2 weeks at a time. So if someone hits me up for next month, I make them reach out to me in a couple weeks. I don't want to be booked out or deal with the burden of tons of emails or tons of reschedules or cancellations or idea changes. I like appointments to be relevant and current. The only time I'm booking out ahead of time, like far ahead of time, is when I'm traveling out of the country, out of the state, because I have something at stake invested in that project. So it's like I have money invested in that flight or that Airbnb or that hotel that I need to recoup. So I need to know that I have work when I get there too. So when I'm going somewhere far, I'll book it out and I'll buy like, you know, my flight and stuff like that and figure it out. And that way, if everyone canceled on me, at least I have deposits and my flight's paid for and I'm not super screwed. But yeah, I don't know. Cancellations happen, you know? So the more current your appointments are, the less likely people are to forget, less likely plans are to change. Right now, I'm just booking out whenever. I have appointments in November right now, but I'm not, the thing is like, it's weekends. Everyone wants weekends. So right now my weekends are booked out till November, but I have Tuesdays and Wednesdays and stuff like that. Just everyone wants Saturday and Sunday. And I only work Friday and Saturday. I take Sunday and Monday off. I work Tuesday through Saturday. So it just depends on when. If you email me for an appointment, generally I'm going to ask you, you're like, I want to get tattooed by you. Tell me what you want, where you want it, when you want it, what days and times are best for you. The easier you make it for me to reply to you, the faster I'll get back to you. So the first thing I usually ask is like, okay, what days and times are best for you? Because someone asks like, well, when can you tattoo me? It's like, well, I don't know what you want. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't want to name a bunch of dates and they don't work for you and then we have to go back and forth more than we need to. So ultimately, just let me know when is best for you. I'll check my calendar and see if I can find something accordingly to fit with you. Maybe it's a Tuesday and I'll have a Tuesday till 3 weeks later, but hey, I have a Tuesday 3 weeks later. So the more info you give, the more info I can give back in return. I feel like my whole back tattoo has been the worst pain overall. Everyone's something. Yeah, it can hurt, I guess. I don't know. How do you feel about single needle tattoos? Do they hold? People charge a ton for? It doesn't matter how many needles you use, less or too many. It's how you put them in. You can do a single needle tattoo and it'll hold up better than anything else I've ever held up. It'll get bolder and has lots of room. You put a single needle tattoo in there and it's barely in there and it'll fade out. A lot of the trending single needle tattoos that you see that look too light and too delicate, too good to be true, they are. if you're putting in that minuscule amount of ink, very, very finely and not deep at all, and that one needle has no ink flow in it, well then you're gonna have some spots missing from your tattoo when it heals up with it. But ultimately, people who get that want delicate, non-existent tattoos, so it works out fine for them. You have to ultimately choose, do you want your tattoo to fade out or do you want it to blow out? And regardless of what you pick, they're gonna do both anyways. It's more about the application of the tattoo. You can use the same needle I use and make a fucking bad tattoo that will fade completely out or blow out. And you can do it with any size needle. So there are people who do single needle that fucking kill it. There's people that do single needle that ruin it. That's with any size needle, you know? It's hard to draw these lines in the sand, these generalizations, because it's ultimately the artist that makes it. Ultimately, look for healed photos. If you're not seeing healed photos, then how do you know it even healed, you know? And I'm not talking about 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Like, how often do you see a cool single needle healed tattoo 10 years old, you know? And if you don't, start looking for it. Can you explain a blowout? A blowout is what happens when you put too much ink in at too rapid of a rate, and instead of it going in one area, it blows out. Or you go in too deep and the ink injects further than it needs to. You gotta think of your skin like this epidermis, dermis, hypodermis. It's like the fat, hair grows from there, right? You're putting your ink between the epidermis and the dermis. It's just going boop. If you put too much in it, it's gonna fucking spread, right? Now, all tattoos that are improper will blow out because as the skin loosens, that ink's not gonna be sitting in this tight pocket anymore, right? It's gonna be like this. So the tattoo's gonna appear to be blurry. You're gonna see like it's gonna get fat at the end, right? Like you're gonna see like things get really fat, like these teeth are almost disappearing, that purple lip is almost gone, right? Like the ink is spreading under the skin. So if you have lines really close together in a design, well, and they all get twice as thick, it's just filled in solid black. But if you have lines that are really thin and they're not in there all the way, they'll just fade out. So you have to find that perfect medium, you know? If you want to make a tattoo look really old and really bold out the gate, how's it going to look like when it really is really old? How blown out will it be then? So I think with traditional tattooing, the way I choose to approach it, I'm in the middle. I'm not doing it thin. I'm not doing it bold. I'm doing it like this, so it'll hold. And I'm doing it like this, so eventually it will look like this. I'm using a line weight that looks more like this, and not a line weight that looks like this. These will look like this when I'm an old man. When I'm an old man, this will look like a black blob. This sucks, these don't. So too bold is bad, too thin is bad. Some people can do really bold stuff and they design the design accordingly, whereas less lines, more space, generally oversized, where if it still gets twice thick and blown out, it still looks legible. So again, there's an appropriate size line weight for every tattoo. Since I only use one size line weight, I let that size line dictate how I make the tattoo. So everything that's drawn a certain way and painted a certain way, it's meant to be tattooed that way. Question, I know you and other tattooers won't reveal what inks you use, so amateurs wouldn't tattoo from a consumer point of view. It would be nice to know what inks are going into our bodies. Ultimately, you have to trust your tattooer. Do you know what ingredients went into your Rice Krispie treat? I don't know. I mean, my clients that come get tattooed by me, there's no secrets. Pay me money, come get tattooed by me. I'll pour the ink in front of you and show you the fucking bottle. But I'm not gonna show it to the whole internet, you know? I'm not getting paid by the company to sell that product, and I'm not selling that product to you. The product I'm selling to you is the tattoo. If you trust what I do just off of face value and repetition and seeing healed work, and ultimately I'm busy doing it and I think I've shown my worth, then come to me. And if you have issues and you have allergens or inks that you're allergic to, tell me. I'll let you know if I'm using those or not. Generally, you gotta kind of trust me if you want me to mark you for the rest of your life. I explained earlier that I'm not really using unsafe pigments in inks. But if you're really that concerned, easily come in and get a tattoo, and I could be like, yo dude, here's the inks I use, you know? But I'm just not gonna tell the whole internet, that's all, you know? And the thing is, The internet doesn't forget. Stuff lives on forever. I change, I grow, I adapt. What I think is incredible today, I might find something better tomorrow. So I'm not gonna give a promotion to a company forever, you know, because it just makes no sense to do so. So hope that makes sense. But I don't know, like as a consumer, like it's not your job to know how to tattoo. It's your job to consume. And if the product is good, that's all you really need to know. And if it's not good, well, I guess I'll figure it out, you know? But everyone's gonna tattoo different. The advice I give you isn't relevant to the person you're gonna go to that's not me. And what I think is correct in a tattoo may be wrong to the next person you talk to next week. So ultimately, you just gotta go with your gut and do what research I guess you think that you can do. But ultimately, like, I don't know, like, I'm not gonna give you like my 10 years experience of tattoo knowledge for you to just be able to get better tattoos. Just come get tattooed by me for 10 years and you'll learn with me. Traditional tattooing will go nowhere, James. It hasn't. I mean, it can't go out of style, so, you know. If anything, it's cooler over time. It's more iconic. It means less. It just looks classic, you know. And it's for everyone now, you know. Got a tattoo from you about a year ago in Denver. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Thanks. What'd you get done? What'd you get done by me in Denver? Send me a healed photo. Add to my Instagram page. I've been only posting healed stuff for a while now, and I think it's going over well. I'm just posting healed stuff on Instagram. On my shop page, I'm sharing some new stuff of mine here and there, and I'm sharing everything I'm doing ever, always on Patreon. Not sure if anyone asked, but how have you and your family been doing during these weird times? Been doing all right. Been getting by. There's been some hard times in the family that I don't want to mention too much, but there's been some good times too. As far as me and Yessie go, we're getting along great. Everything's solid here at home. And my bills are paid, and, you know, I can't hope for anything more than that, you know? Doing fine. Thank you for asking. Never tried curry. Is yellow the move the first time? If you're going with Thai curry, yellow curry is good. It's a little more salty. If you want red curry, it's more sweet. Green curry is good too, but yellow curry is my favorite go-to as far as Thai goes. Yes, that is the move. Wish you could have tattooed in Omaha, Nebraska when you were on tour. I believe I did. Did I? I thought I did. What time? Was Liquid Courage in Omaha, Nebraska? I think I tattooed there. Let me see. I know I stayed at an Airbnb in Lincoln, Nebraska. Took a couple days off from the road. But it's like one of those classic things I would say. You gotta follow the email list. Yeah, Liquid Courage Tattoo. Shout out to them. I tattooed with them. And you just weren't on the email list. You didn't know that I went because I don't announce where I go, because I just go, make the tattoos to the people that are paying attention the most, move on, and post about it a little bit later. I'll dig through my Instagram right now, and I'll even find some tags and some tattoos of some stuff I made there for you. So this was Seattle. That's Minnesota. That's North Dakota. That's Minnesota. Goodland, that was Wisconsin. What did I make? That's Peoria, so it might have been between then. And it's so hard to know where I was. Fargo, North Dakota, downtown Fargo. That was No Coast Tattoo. Shout out to them. I'm just looking through my Instagram, and I'm just kind of going through. Oh, here we go. I made this tattoo at Liquid Courage Tattoo in Omaha, Nebraska. Follow them. I also made this tattoo at Liquid Courage Tattoo. That was made on September 20th, 2019. And I also made this tattoo at Liquid Courage Tattoo in Omaha, Nebraska. And then after that, it looks like I think I was in Fargo, North Dakota. So, yeah. Gotta follow the email list or the Patreon or just pay more attention. I don't know. But I don't announce travel dates on the internet because I get too many emails that way. And I want the appointment to go to the right home. And also, a lot of places I'm going to, I'm not licensed. I'm going there for a couple of days, and I'm not taking walk-ins anyways. So I'm just booking up appointments. I'm going there, doing them, getting the fuck out of there. Where would you say the most accepting place you've gone tattoo-wise? Did you ever tattoo in Ohio on this trip? Yeah, I tattooed in Columbus, Ohio at Sacred Hand Tattoo for 2 days. It was great. And Joey Knuckles owns that shop, as well as Body Language and High Street Tattoo. Yeah, great shops. Yeah, I tattooed in Ohio. It was a really good time. Accepting place, fuck. Well, you know, when I'm working at different shops, I like want to make this percentage, and if I'm not going to make that percentage at least, then I won't work at that shop. There are some shops that are more accommodating that wouldn't even let me pay a drop, let me keep 100%. There's some shops that I made a little bit less, but I'm still always bringing the same amount to each shop, bringing my own appointments and such. Everywhere is good to me. I haven't really had a bad experience. I've had places that I'm just like, yeah, that was cool. I did it. All right, check off the list. But there's places that I will always return to. There's go-tos for sure. Have you ever tattooed in Arizona? Yeah, every single year, a few times at least. I've tattooed a bunch at Arizona Classic Tattoo. I think I have at least 3 or 4 YouTube videos here on my channel tattooing there. I've tattooed in Prescott, Arizona, I think 3 or 4 times as well. My friend Brian over at Leap of Faith Tattoo. And yeah, I've been through Arizona quite a bit. Favorite Disney movie? Toy Story. Didn't tell you, but I'm moving to Tucson in November. Damn, Tony, you're gonna be close. That's only like a 5-hour drive. So there must be a base close to there? I didn't know that. That's cool. You're in Utah right now, right? I like Tucson. Tucson's a really cool town. It's kind of a hidden gem, like a little college town. But there's solid tattooing in there. Regardless of me going there, tattooing you, or you making a weekend trip and coming down and seeing me, I can definitely recommend you some people to see in Tucson instead of me, because I have a lot of friends there that are better than me. Okay, let's see. Let me shout out some friends in Tucson. How about that? The first one I'm going to shout out is Christine. Let me find her Instagram so I don't butcher it. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see if that focuses. How do I get the focus? You know, I need to turn my brightness down, I think. Man, might better. There you go. Is it backwards? Fuck, I think it is. But yeah, Christina Rybach, R-I-E-B-O-C-K. It's Christine _. Shannon G Tattoo. Christian Levas Tattoo. Alley Cat Tattoo. Bunch of good places, bunch of good people. Tucson's a cool town. It's weird, but it's a cool town. It's like liberal, punk rock, but also really right-wing biker, but college town. Very strange. The first time I ever went to Tucson, I tattooed there, maybe 2016. And the very first thing I saw was a biker. He had an AK-47 on his back, no t-shirt on, a beer in his hand, no helmet, hair blowing in the wind, on his motorcycle holding a 40. I'm like, what the fuck? It was like some Mad Max Wild West shit. And the only thing illegal in it was the beer in his hand. And fucking Christian's like, that's Tucson. And that was a trip. That was like right before I started doing YouTube stuff. Like right before. I think I started messing videos shortly after that. Because I was traveling a little bit before I did the YouTube thing. And I started doing the YouTube thing while I was traveling. So one of my first videos, I'm in Portland. And I started sharing my travels and slow days at the shop, and yeah, that's how it kind of started, I guess. Do you like Tooth Taker in Tucson? Fuck that motherfucker. You know, he's just like, his tattoos are cool, whatever, but he's just a provocative guy. No one likes him in Tucson. Everyone hates him. There's even like a surviving Tooth Taker page about him being an abuser, and he's just a bad guy. And there's like people that are great tattooers that aren't bad people. He's interesting, it's entertaining, but like I fucking don't want to entertain it. Have you ever been to the Tri-Cities in Washington? What cities are the Tri-Cities in Washington? Break it down. Let me know. Give me a lesson in geography right now while I sit here with you. I've passed through Washington, but I just kind of, when I'm tattooing, I kind of just hit the main spots where the most people are at the cool shops. I'm only there for a couple of days working, and I'm kind of on my way. So I just work in Seattle, Yeah. Texting Yessie back real quick. There we go. Yeah, I mean, let's see what we got. Can you recommend anyone in Kansas or Arkansas? Yeah, I did. Matt Headley Tattoo. Best tattooer ever. Go watch my YouTube video. Find out for yourself. Just go look up Unite and Win podcast. Only like 10 or 12 episodes, and look at the Matt Headley episode. It's also a video I have about him on my channel, like a few videos down. Just search. Your homework's here on the channel. Figure it out. Yeah, Matt Headley. He's my favorite tattooer. He's fucking great. You can't be sleeping on him. You gotta watch more of my stuff, not just my live streams. I've been putting you guys on. If you don't know, now you know. Sorry, I was on my phone. That social dilemma, you know what I'm saying? What's the deal with California? Y'all still closed? We're closed by county. Right now, Riverside County is allowed to tattoo as of like 3 or 4 days ago. Orange County's been allowed for a couple of weeks. San Diego's been open for about a month. I believe Northern California just opened. I think LA County is not allowed, and San Bernardino County are still not allowed. They're going off of numbers of cases and deaths, and I don't know, it's all over the place. It's all very confusing. And when we were allowed to start tattooing, they never announced it. I had a friend show me the numbers and show me on this website, when you type in the county and the business, it said it was able to open. But it's kind of weird, because it's like, I don't know, we're just being so ignored in all this. It's so strange. You want to be left alone until you're left alone. It's a strange one, I turned 18, and I want you to do my tats. I live in Michigan right now, but I'm moving to Atlanta next month. What's the best way to something? Email me. WayneFredricksonTattoo@gmail. You can find it in the link in my bio on Instagram, or you tap the button that says email. Usually it's in the description below the video. On the live stream, I didn't put any in the description. I just did this live thing. I'll copy and paste my same chunk of stuff below this live stream when I'm done with it. It'll have my Patreon link, my email link, my Wayne's Gang Shopify store, everything. But you just email me. You plan your trip to California, and you talk to me about some dates. I'll try to be accommodating in the dates and see when I can get you in. And book a California vacation. Leave us some tattoos. Or just go, see my friend Mr. Andrew Tattoo in Atlanta. He's fucking great. He's been on my YouTube channel a couple of times when I tattooed in Syracuse. He's also been on, I did a Tattooing the Age of Quarantine thing with him where we talked about COVID-19. He's fucking awesome. His Instagram handle is, MrAndrewV_SST. Solid traditional tattooer. Look at that COVID-19 bunny. Go get tattooed by Mr. Andrew. He is my man. Tell him I sent you. Fuck me. Go get tattooed by him. You know what? That's how it goes. Let me text Tommy back. He was here in the comments. I'm just going to text him back. Boom, 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 bam, boom, boom, bam, bam, boom. That COVID buddy, oh, you mean Bunny is sweet. Yeah, he's a shit. Thoughts on marijuana before a session. If it helps you, do it. If you're gonna sting up the shop, don't do it. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about marijuana. I have no type of feeling about it. It should be legal, but I don't want to smell it. If it helps you relax, then do it if that's what you need to do. If you're dependent on the weed, then hopefully it's there for you. I don't know. Is that like kind of by Bellingham, Washington? Sorry, I'm replying to the comment. I've passed through when I tattooed in Vancouver, but I've never stopped in any towns near the border, really. I've really only stopped and hung out in Seattle, which I'm not particularly a big fan of Seattle, but I like the shop that I work at there a lot. In general, it costs a lot to travel, and then being gone takes a toll too. So you kind of have to go, be gone enough, but be back soon enough. So a lot of times I'm traveling to places, I'm not really seeing the places. I'm just seeing the shop in a couple restaurants. I'm seeing what I share in the videos. Do you ever get your back finished? Nope. My back is unfinished forever. I need to either get it lasered off or do something with it. But my back is just, I don't even pay attention to it, just back there. It's behind me. Old news. That's all I have to say about it. Yeah. I'm drinking all the liquids. I might have to stop this thing and go pee soon. I don't gotta pee yet, but I'm thinking about why I haven't yet, you know? Yeah. Feeling better. My headache's kind of going away, you know? Yeah. See what you guys have to say. Feelings about around hands, neck, and face tattoos, if any. I don't know. I don't do them, you know? I don't like doing them. I hate tattooing hands. I think hand tattoos are ugly. I think that they all age like shit. They blow out, or fade out, or crusty, or dried out, or gray at best. I just don't like hand tattoos. And there was no way of knowing that until I got hand tattoos and saw more hand tattoos and looked at more hand tattoos. And I think that when I was first into hand tattoos, I was into fresh photos of hand tattoos. I think in general, most people are guilty of liking what they perceive a tattoo to be, but not what it actually is. Most people who say they love tattoos aren't going around and being like, oh, I love that person's ink. They're more so swiping around looking at fresh edited photos thinking it's really cool. But they're not seeing that in real life for some reason, because it doesn't look like that in real life. So if I post a photo that's healed, and maybe it's not perfect. Maybe a client picked at it, maybe had a rough heel, maybe healed fucking great. I don't know. But I show it for what it is. Although it's great, although it's solid, that will not get as much likes as the fresh photo. And I know this. That's why people won't post fresh, healed photos. But I think it's important for you to be aware of healed tattoos. And if you don't like healed tattoos, I don't think you should get fresh tattoos. You know? So I don't know. I've been posting nothing but healed stuff on my Instagram. That's a fresh one. Some flash I'm selling with Buddy set. We still have some left. That's a healed one. It's a healed back. You know? Just healed stuff is more settled in. It's a little softened up. It might be a little faded or blown out in some spots. But, you know, it's going to look like how a tattoo should. If you're not impressed by a healed tattoo, then you have no business getting new ones, I would say. If that makes sense, you know? Yeah. There was a shadow priest you did on some dude's thigh. Oh, thanks. I would appreciate your thoughts and tips on background and filler tattoos. I have no tips or no thoughts. I think that my thought is I like to make tattoos fit the body to where you don't need to do filler. You know, I like to lay out a sleeve where you have the big tattoos in the big spots, medium tattoos in the medium spots, small tattoos in the small spots, the weird shaped tattoos in the weird spots, and in the end, you have no more spots. I think generally if you have fillers because your tattoos weren't thought out too great and you gotta fill in weird stuff in between, it gets a bit tricky, you know? But the goal ultimately is to not do stars and dots. The goal ultimately for me is to just have a proper composition and have these tattoos lay on the body to where they're tattoos on the skin. And show the skin in between. That's okay. Filling it all in, doing a bunch of weird shit in between, just looks messy anyways. That's my thoughts. But I like stars and dots at times. I like a lot of different things. Different styles, different tattooers, all different approaches. Just get what you think looks great, you know? Should my first tattoo be small? I don't know. I'm sure you know that answer to that question better than I do. I always wanted to get a portrait of my dog, but hate realism tattoos and blah, 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 blah. I make portraits of dogs, and they're not real, and they just like real tattoos. And you can do that, and look really cool, I think, you know? We found a couple to share with you. Maybe you already saw them. I don't know. Your message thing disappeared, so I didn't get to read the rest of it. Because they pop up and they slowly disappear. But here's a dog portrait. Looks like a dog. It's a portrait, right? you know, it's traditional. It's black, it's gray, it's outlined, sort of a caricature of the photo. It's more readable and sharper than a faded, blurry photo anyways. You capture the essence of that pet, and you make it into a tattoo, and it's unique. You have that photo, cool. Now you have that tattoo. Why try to replicate something that's not it, you know? You know. Sick. I got a traditional one done and love it. Got any fun stories about tattooing at Spotlight? I love working there. That's a place I like to guest spot because it's not too far. You know, it's not. There's a lot of little things that are just like iconic to me. Like, I was going through the library and I saw this book, and inside was a note from Horiyoshi 3 to like Bob, and I thought that was fucking cool. There's a file cabinet in the hallway, and it's got like all these stickers on it. It's got like Discharge stickers and Stray Cat stickers. I'm like, damn, Discharge probably put that sticker on the cabinet in the 80s. And there was like a hole in the wall, an old bullet hole, and Charlie told me that bees were living in the wall at one point, and there was bees coming out of the hole back in the day. Like, just weird shit, just weird kooky shit that's really cool. Or like the old Sun-Baked sign is like really tight. Like the atrium area in the back is really cool. I don't know, just so much history there. It just feels like you're a part of something. Maybe I'm late to it. Maybe I'm not a part of it, but there's some history in there, you know, and it's cool to be able to work there sometimes. Have you had people that was bothered by the gun noise? I don't know. With apprenticeships disappearing, I feel there's a bit of knowledge that is being lost, especially about machines. Yeah, there is. One thing that's weird is how many people still want a tattoo right now in such a time of uncertainty and non-essentiality. Not a word. It's a weird thing to want to pursue at a time like this. Yeah, people are moving to rotaries because they don't know how to tattoo. You know, they grab the machine, they turn it on, and they scribble around, and good enough for them. They don't know what they're missing out on because they don't know it any better. I mean, tattooing is tattooing. Whatever tool you use to do the job, if it's there, it's relevant. I use rotary, I use coil. But I know how to tattoo. I know why my tattoo machines do what they do. And I think it's very important. If you're going to know how to tattoo, a part of it is knowing what you're doing to someone while you're doing it. You know? It's extremely important. And, yeah, it's definitely being lost. You know? It was already... Man, I barely caught any of the tail end of it. A lot of stuff I learned on my own. You know? It's tricky. Tattooing is changing, but you also have to change with it to an extent. So you have to pick your pieces from the past, pick your pieces from the present, and be cautious of the future. And so then again, brings you back to the middle. That's kind of where I'm hanging out, you know? But I am a sucker. I buy new tattoo shit. I get excited over it. I own too much junk I don't use. That's tattooing. That's why I can't tell you, use this, don't use this, because fucking I'm a sucker and I'll buy it too. I don't know it's garbage and I won't use it again. I don't know, but I'm excited about tattooing. I love tattooing. I want to try all the new shit. I want to try all the wacky looking tattoo machines that are dumb looking and don't make noise. I'm interested. I love tattooing. I love everything tattooing has to offer. So, you know, I just want to try it all. Tattooing's cool. And you don't know what's the best thing until you've had the next thing. Does the process of gauges hurt? These are called plugs, and then to get plugs you stretch, and stretching piercings can hurt, but generally you want to not forcibly put things in you that are bigger, but to wait for them to get loose and falling out anyways. My ears are really loose. Like, this is a 2-inch plug. There's a giant gap. I might get a couple cringy, mean comments like, oh my god, your ear, scary, because they're uneducated and stupid, but it doesn't hurt. It's loose, comfy. I've had these plugs for like maybe 15 years. My ears were at 2.5 inches for a long time. I stopped wearing jewelry for a long time because I get a lot less attention when I don't wear plugs. So I wear plugs here and there off and on. I usually wear these 2-inch ones, but I can't wear them for more than a day or two because they start falling out because they're just so loose. So in my case, the process is just putting something to fill that gap. And it gets loose again, put something to fill that gap again. That's simple. Ears stretching is natural, and it happens. Everyone's ear stretches. It's just a matter of if you fill that gap and it stretches again, and you fill that gap again. Some body parts stretch easier than others. Some don't stretch at all. There's a lot that goes into it, but there's also not a lot at all either. It just depends on your patience and wisdom associated with the thing that you're trying to shove jewelry in, you know? Do you strongly prefer color over black or vice versa? You know, I don't. Sometimes I'm like, man, I love doing black and gray. I love doing more of it. Sometimes I'm like, man, I love color. I want to do more color. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do more color. That was a bitch packing that green in last time. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to pack more green in next time. I love tattooing. And I think different tattoos look better with different applications. And there's not one way of doing things. And I don't think that you should have to pigeonhole yourself and only get one thing. And I like mixing things up. I like putting a black tattoo next to a color tattoo, next to a black tattoo, next to a color tattoo, strategically. Not 4 black tattoos and a color tattoo, then it looks like you changed your mind. And that's fine. But generally, I like black and gray. I like color. I like tattooing. What's your favorite tattoo you gave Jonathan? His hand tattoos. Before he got tattoos on his thumbs by someone else. That bummed me out. But, you know, that's just me being a little too close to my work and caring a little bit more than I need to. Peace, Wayne. Gonna enjoy some dinner and my peace tea. Thanks for stopping by, Tony. Hope to see you when you come to Tucson and meet up and hang out and show you around my town or a male guest spot over there. But it'd be cool to see you again. Wanting to get a snake wrapping around my knee. Sorry, it disappeared. What am I in for? You're in for a lot of pain and potentially a boring looking tattoo unless you have a cool bend, maybe a snake head with some body down below. But if he's just this, it's kind of a boring knee tattoo. You need to have some stuff movement. You need to have something happening. You need to have something filling that spot. Not just it just going around that spot for the sake of going around that spot. I did do a dragon going around a knee. Like, you know, like this one's kind of something like that might be kind of a cool knee one. But you want to have some movement in your snake, you know? You want to have it be interesting. You don't want a buck-toothed worm. You want something moving and squirming and snaky and funky and weird, to say the least. I did this dragon going around the knee, and it was that idea, but the dragon worked out really cool because they all put fire and feet, and I was able to fill it in a little bit more and it to have some more movement and not be just a snake. So there's cool shit that you could do on the knee, but in general, the knee's so specific. Don't fill it unless you got to. No need to have a knee pad walking around anytime soon. If I were you, I'd put a web there. It's the best looking thing you could do. Simple is best, less is more. Let's see. Dave Halsey recently been sober 1 year. Dave Halsey recently been sober 1 year. Don't know if you know him, but shout out. I do. I'm pretty sure I know Dave. Yeah, Dave's in Boston, I think. Let me check. That name sounds really familiar. Dave Halsey Tattoos. Oh, you know what? I don't. Okay, he works at Crying Heart Tattoo. I follow him on Instagram. His stuff's cool. Shout out to Dave. This weird tribal going behind that funky bat tattoo. Kind of interesting. Pretty neat. That, pretty cool. I've never met him. I tattooed in Columbus. I skipped over Cincinnati. It looked like a really cool town. I drove over the bridge, but didn't spend any time there. Don't know anyone at Crying Heart, but I'm a fan. Stuff's cool. Follow him on Instagram. I guess congratulations on the 1 year sober. Pretty cool. Yeah. Was thinking like a butterfly on the kneecap. If you did a small one, like old school, like maybe even a butterfly inside of a web, would look really fucking cool. But if you want a butterfly to be symmetrical and clean and simple, and you want it on a bumpy, funky knee, you're gonna have a fucked up looking butterfly. You see? Simple is best. Is it bad manners to tattoo? I'll think about different artists are. Let's see. Bad manners. Sorry, your shit disappeared. What do you think about the rotative machine? How do you make someone's idea of a tattoo traditional? Is it just a style tattooed in such bolder lines, this and that? There is a tradition to traditional. If you don't know it, then you don't know it. But I do. I can make any tattoo look like a traditional tattoo because the way of doing it. It's like a style of building a house, or the way that you do ceramics a certain way, or the style that you paint in. And if you don't see the difference, then I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But, you know, it's definitely an application thing. There is traditional imagery, like, say, eagles, anchors, blah, 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 right? But there's also a traditional application. And if you use what they use and you have an application of how you would do those tattoos, but you draw in that way, it can make anything look in that style of tattoo. And to me, this stuff's so obvious, but I mean, I think people think traditional's bold and this and that, it's color. And it's not just that. Like, that gnome isn't an old design. That's a custom tattoo, but it looks traditional. You know, like, some of the stuff is like classic tattoo imagery. Like, that is a classic Burt Graham, like, Sundancer. But, you know, this is a class tattoo. I drew this up. That's custom. Just a simple traditional rose and a dagger, but I made it. Custom. I designed that. Not classic at all. Original Wayne design, but looks traditional. I don't really, I mean, I think I've explained it well, but I don't know how to explain it to you. Yeah. Would you ever guest spot in Halifax, Nova Scotia? I would say that I wouldn't not. The thing is, you know, with this platform, I have followers all over the world. There's only one of me, a lot of you, and I can't be everywhere at once with you. To maintain, like, a sustainable life, I have to find my home where I can be comfortable. And as this channel grows and I have more outreach in more places, it's harder and harder to keep up, and I can't always revisit. I can't always get there. In a pandemic, I'm not allowed to go nowhere. I would like to go everywhere, but in all reality, like, I don't know. I hate the travel questions right now. It's such a burden. It's a burden. I can't fucking go anywhere. I don't know. How can I plan for the future when the future is uncertain? I don't know. I wish I could, I don't know. Yeah. Did you feel some kind of way when Jonathan got his throat finished from someone else after you did his sides? No, I didn't. I don't care. That was done by our friend Stephen House. Yeah, no, that's fine. Whatever. I don't care. I would have liked to have gotten, like, healed photos of them with nothing around them, but he had already gotten a tattoo, like, above it and around it, and, like, Jonathan just started just getting tattoos all the time, so it is what it is. And he's, like, not my husband. Like, you know, he's not my husband. People can get whatever they want, and that's fine. I was more so bugged about the hands because, like, I put so much effort into doing his hands, and then he kind of spontaneously just got some stuff that was touching the tattoos that I made, and that made me kind of upset. Because I put so much effort, and I felt like there was a lack of thought put in the thing next to it touching it, and it felt disrespectful in a weird way. But again, that's just me being an artist feeling a type of way, and Jonathan didn't mean anything bad by it. And I had words with him, and I was fucking pretty bent by it. But he's one of my best friends. I love him. And I mean, this isn't nothing that I haven't talked about with him. It's old news. Very old news. A couple of years old news. But I don't really tattoo Jonathan anymore. He gets tattooed by all kinds of people. He gets tattooed by Derek and Stephen House a lot. Tino a lot. I think I got one from Vince, one from Buddy, someone out in Laguna. Yeah. We got one from Anthony at my shop. Both Anthonys. He's getting tattooed. I don't know, we hang out. We're cool. I don't care what he does. You know, no big deal. It's more so, I think, like, when someone only comes to you and you, like, do things a certain way and this and that, and then they go to someone else, it's like, you can't help but feel like, oh, what about me? I thought I was going to do that, you know? But again, that's just sensitive artist shit. Whatever, you know? Head out, stay well, take care. Favorite record you've bought lately? I actually bought, today I got Warrior Kids. I'll show it to you. I just bought this today. This is one of my favorite French oi bands. Really, really fucking good. I love this band. I've used them in my videos several times. This band's fucking awesome. Really good. I love a lot of French oi. I love Comintern Sect. I love Warrior Kids. I love Rikes. I'm into a lot of that. But I love that record. This just got this. It's just got repressed. Put out by Revelation Records. They shipped it from Canada and they distributed it out of Huntington. I just got that. It's brand new. Actually, this right here, Blitz Second Justice Empire. It's one of my most rare records. One of my most expensive records that I have. I love that record. Rambo, such a fun band. I love that record. They're in no particular order, I would say. This record, it's not first pressing or anything, but the Zounds, this is one of the best records of all time. Like, I listen to Zounds every day since I was like 14. This is incredible. And the album artwork on it, oh, beautiful. One of the best records of all time. Tribe Called Quest, Low Rent Theory, incredible, obviously. Gotta have Tribe in your collection. I got almost all the records I want, pretty much. I'm very grateful, Spent a lot of money on records. Haven't been on live stream in a while. How are things lately? Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, you just gotta scroll on back. I've already been talking for too long. You're catching the tail end of this one, player. Did anyone just flinch for that speaker? Haha, that thing was fucking at a little angle. Luckily, my couch is below it. It's fell onto my couch before, so it's not too bad. I'm getting a sleeve finished by a different artist because the old one was fired, but I think the new one may be better traditional anyway. Cool. Right on. I mean, if you like the old artist, you could just go to them where they're not fired. Or not. I don't know. It's up to you. Traditional is forgiving. It's slapped on. You can get several artists. And if they have a similar approach, it looks fine. You don't have to stick to one person forever. You don't have to be a monogamous tattoo collector. Have you seen Quadrophenia? I don't know what that is. How many Pentagram records? I don't like a lot of metal stuff like that. I like that band when I was like younger. I used to be into a lot of metal and black metal when I was like a little kid, like 5th and 6th, 7th grade. But I got more into like street punk and oi, and then ska, and then I got into like rockabilly and psychobilly, and I got into like hardcore punk and hardcore and power violence and grindcore, and then I got into crust punk and peace punk and back into oi and like old skin reggae and ska and two-tone ska and then fucking got into folk punk and then back more into like early 77 punk, and now it's fucking all over the place. I got everything from Desmond Decker to like Youth of Today to Evil Conduct to Spaz to Toots and the Maytals to like Rambo, so I got a lot of variety. I just like a lot of like punk rock subcultures, and that's my life. This stuff is like the soundtrack to my life. Now it's like the greatest hits of my life, Like, it's not like I'm just into this scene or just into that scene or just into that scene. It just depends on what I'm feeling like at what moment and what's gonna play for me when I need it to. Music's always there for you. Hey, nice to know about you again. Greetings from Ecuador. Greetings. You got me into the Growlers. Awesome band. They're fucking great. There's a bit of a scandal going on about them right now. Something to do with like them and groupies and some sex stuff that's not so sweet. I don't know too much about it. I don't really care to know too much about it. I don't know much about the Growlers. I just like listening to it because it's easy and laid back, and when you don't know what else to listen to, you put on some Growlers in the background and it's okay. If you like more chill stuff, it's always good to put on like Ziggy Stardust. Like, that's a great Bowie record. Or like, I love like Black Marble, like kind of dark wave, new wave synth band. putting them on in the background at any time of day, like you don't have to listen to, just put Black Marble on the background, fucking great. Music is essential. Pentagram was the first ever record I bought. Oh, how cool. For my own money and was a kid still. Love them. That's rad. First record I ever bought was, I don't know. Actually, so I watched The Kiss Ground Narate by Woody something well done. I don't know what that is, but you wrote the word Kiss. And the first ever music I bought was Kiss's Destroyer cassette. I bought it at a truck stop in Laughlin, Nevada, and I just found it. I have it right now. It's in my cabinet behind the iPad. Yeah, cassettes are cool, you know. Someone said I look paused, but no one else is saying that right now. So I think I might not be paused now. Maybe it was my connection, maybe it was yours. No, 7 minutes too late to see that anyways. First record I got was a Kiss record. My dad is a huge Kiss head. That's funny. What should I keep in mind when slowly building a traditional leg sleeve? You got to keep in mind that you should have gone to Wayne, and you got to figure out how to save up and come to Wayne to finish it. But never got Kiss record. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you're going to someone else, keep in mind what they suggest. If you don't like what they suggest, then you're going to the wrong person, I would suggest. Everyone does it a little bit different. Everyone has their own way. Everyone has their own flavor. It's up to you to find the right way for you, because you're going to be wearing that tattoo longer than anything you'll ever wear. It's the most valuable thing you'll ever purchase, so you should value it more than you think you may do right now. I don't know. You only really know after. I don't know. You'll figure it out. Or you won't. Good luck. I don't know. You get free flights. Long story short, I get free flights, and when COVID is over, I'm coming to see you. Damn, James. I need that hookup with someone that works for an airline to get me on those standby tickets. If you got that, I'm jealous. If you want to give that, I'll take it. When the world is in better working order, if anyone out here is working for American, or Emirates, or Alaska, or fuck it, Spirit, Delta even, whatever, hook me up with that fucking pass, player. I'll tattoo you for those flights. I liked Gene Simmons as a person. What? You do got me, James? What flight? Who do you work for? Put me on, player. I got this voodoo mug. I don't think we got the Portland location. I think I might have got this in the Austin location, the newer Voodoo Donuts. We didn't get to the Portland one, but I've been to Portland several times. I've been to the Portland one, the Hollywood one that's over in Universal City Walk. I've been to the Denver one, and I've been to the Austin, Texas one a couple of times. Yeah, but I think we got that in Texas. I think. I don't remember. We've had it for a long time. Yeah. Hook me up those flights, James. People want me to go places. Well, didn't know there was so many locations. Yeah, there's a bunch. They're like franchised out now. Yeah. United? I was like, that's kind of tight. United and win. I've flown United. The only flights I didn't like really was Spirit and Delta. You know, I flew Delta once to like New York, and it was like so tight, you know. And I don't know. At the end of the day, all flights fucking suck. They're all garbage unless you have enough money for them to not be garbage. And you know, is non-garbage seats worth the value of it? I think not. I will take the no legroom and garbage, please. Even the best airlines are inconsistent and will leave without you or have shit canceled. It's a lot of moving parts. I don't blame it, but you know, I guess I get it. I guess I understand it to a certain extent. Yeah, Delta is trash. Honestly, United has been a bad rep. Oh, because they killed that fucking dog, right? Have more destinations than Delta and America combined. Yeah. I'll take a flight wherever I can get it. What's up, Wayne? How have you been? I'm hanging in there. I have no complaints. My bills are kind of getting paid, and I kind of need a shave, and I got good food in my belly. The air conditioning's kicking, and things are good, you know? So United Airlines, I believe, like, oh, United killed a peacock too. There was a story I think a couple years ago where someone brought in a service dog or a dog, and they made them put the dog in the overhead compartment instead of by their feet, and everything was like airtight, and so they killed the dog. The dog went in the overhead compartment and suffocated and died. So shout out to United. Dog killing good. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I actually remember everyone was like, I'm not going to fly United. I remember I bought a flight, and I just go to google.flights, find whatever's cheapest, not loyal to no one. And the next flight I got was like a United flight because it was super cheap, and they had like, it just happened. And I'm like, damn, I'm flying United. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, that's funny. United kills it. I love WestJet up in Canada. They're rad. I liked what was that one? Qantas in Australia. They were nice. I like a lot of European like companies that fly. I feel like the American ones aren't as good. Also, much more affordable out of the States. I love your old school tattoo work. I hope either after all this I can come get an appointment with you. You can. Norwegian is cheap. I've never flown Norwegian Airlines. Man, it's so weird to think about flying. I haven't flown in so long. They also killed it. That's funny. I haven't flown in so long. I mean, even because last year we were in the bus. We were just driving all over the country. I probably haven't flown in like a year. For sure a year. I'm known for traveling. I haven't been traveling. If you had told me 2020 you're not going to go anywhere, it'd be hard to believe. Yes, I'm vegan, Sophia. Yeah. I've been vegan since I was like 18 years old or so. I'll be 30 in December. Where is your house bus? It's actually at, it's here in Riverside. I still have it. I'm actually going to drive it tomorrow. We have to get smogged. We have to get it registered again. Where is the travel bus at the moment? It's here in town. Yeah. Is Randall okay? Yeah. His name is Randall. We spell it weird, like handle, R-A-N-D-L-E. He's totally fine. He's with Yessie right now, so I'm home alone hanging out with you instead. But he's doing good. I had a power chair and they weren't allowed to drive it, so they carried a 500-pound chair to the airport, then complained about it. That's weird. The whole flight thing is confusing. That's sick. I've been vegan for almost 2 years. Congratulations. That's cool. Good time to be vegan. Easy time to be vegan for sure. What's your opinion on tattoo pens? I have no opinion. I don't know. They look a little funny, but some of them work. Some of them don't. Some work great for some people. Some don't work that great for some people. I like some. I don't like some. Ultimately, they just look stupid. Do you think the tattoo market is saturated? Yes. It has been. Before I got into it. I'm part of the problem. Freddie Corbin? Freddie Corbin. What question about Freddie Corbin? Mr. Nice Guy. Ever tattooed NC? What's the NC? Is that North Carolina? Is that, I don't know. Break down the abbreviation for what and where. And maybe possibly not. I have not tattooed North Carolina. No. We were going to stop our travels in the bus in November in North Carolina, fly back home, fly back to North Carolina, and go back down to Florida. But I haven't tattooed North Carolina. I have friends out there, but I've never tattooed out there. Yeah. Does watercolor spread different on arches? Then what? Then what other paper? What are you comparing it to? Every paper is going to work different. Arches is thick and color tends to soak into arches, and you could do a little bit more on it, but I don't like arches at all. I kind of hate it, actually. Freddie popped up on my Instagram, felt like saying his name to see if you had anything interesting to say. Freddie popped up on my Instagram and felt like saying his name. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I'm a fan. I don't know. The cheap cold press I buy. Laughing my ass off. Hi Wayne, hope you're well. Thank you so much, Robert. Have you ever painted tattoo flash with tattoo ink? I have. It sucked. It sucked. I thought I'd get away with it. I painted actually a pretty good sheet, but it just didn't go as well as I'd wanted to. That'd be the dream. I've been a subscriber for love your tattoo videos. Hope to see some more cute good work. Thank you. I'm gonna sneeze. COVID. Woo! COVID sneeze. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever painted flash with tattoo ink? Yes. I answered that already. You're the best, man. Thank you so much. All you do is fart. That's their name. Ever done any album covers for any bands, etc.? You know, for like my shitty bands when I was a kid, or like some friends. I've offered to some free album art for some bands I like. And I might have something in the works soon, but I won't really announce it unless it's happening. Yes, I tattooed in Idaho. I talked about that earlier. I tattooed in Idaho. I think I worked at a shop in. You might have to rewind to catch me to find out where I was at. Let me reread where I was and catch up that. I was in, is Fargo in Idaho? Should be, right? I went to so many places. That's in North Dakota. Idaho, yes! Okay, fuck, yeah, above like Washington, Oregon and stuff. I tattooed at a shop called Wolf, Steel Wolf, Wolf, what was it called? Wolf City? No. I don't know, it's Wolf? Steel Wolf? Something Wolf? Iron Wolf. I tattooed that Iron Wolf tattoo. Iron Wolf. Let's see if that's a thing. Yep, Iron Wolf tattoo. And they're, yeah, in Boise. Yeah, I guess spotted there in 2015, 16 maybe. Me and Yessie did a trip where we went, we did a 2-week trip. We went up the coast through San Francisco, up to Redding. I tattooed Redding, California. Then I tattooed in Portland, Oregon. Then I tattooed in Seattle, Washington. Then I tattooed in Boise, right? And then I went to Salt Lake City, Utah, and then downtown tattoo in Las Vegas, and then back to California. 2-week loop. And I did like a day in each spot. We drove around and we went to some hot springs in Monroe, Utah at Mystic Mike's Hot Springs. It was snowing. It was really cool. It was a long time ago. Coming back to Melbourne after COVID? 100%. Yeah, I miss Josh and Avalon, the Grand Illusion, and you know, I went 6 months later. I'm like, I'll come back here every 6 months. But yeah, I'd love to go back. You know, I miss Australia for sure. You know, I do miss travel, but I also don't. You know, I also don't miss travel at all. I really burned myself out being on the road for so long. You know. Oh, you have COVID right now? Stuck in bed for 3 days. Hope it's not too bad for you and you feel better soon. Drink lots of water, get lots of rest, you know? I do not play any instruments. I'm just saying for some bands. Idaho is really pretty. Especially like, what is it like? Eastern Idaho? We passed through Idaho barely on this last year. We went through a different route. It was really green and we passed through that town. One of you guys recommended it to us. It was like an old town. It was called, what was it called? It was like an old western looking town. I don't know, it was really cute. I had pictures of it on the shop. I find it on the United Wind bus page. You can find it. It was a really cute town. We literally just passed by it for the night. I'll find it. I got a really cool photo. Okay, so it is not posted. But if you go to Unite and Win bus page, yes, he organized every state in the highlights. So you can see all the states you went to organized from our stories. So if I go to Idaho, I will be able to find it pretty soon. Oh, you know what? I think since we just passed through Idaho, I think she didn't. Oh, passing Idaho. Okay, it's in my highlights. There's Randall being cute, as you could tell, little baby. So we're passing like Washington, Idaho. This town. This is Wallace, Idaho. Really cute, really cool little stop. And that was it. I got a really cool picture of the bus in front of this like old neon sign there. Oh, look at me and Randall. You guys should dig through the Unite and Win bus page because I'm doing it right now and fuck, it is fun. See, this shit makes me miss the road and my fucking dog. Isn't he beautiful? It's my little baby. I just love him. Look at our little gay porch. Isn't it cute? The rainbow we painted. Look at our little sunflowers in Oregon. There's Barry working on our bus. Ah, shucks. I think I missed the road. Rosendagger Tattoos in Portland, Oregon. There's Randall chilling in the lobby being polite. There's me blasting through some ribs. Yeah, good breakfast. Yes, he's so cute. Look at her and Randall. Ah, the boosted board off-road, don't you know? The road was good to us. The road was good. It was just overwhelming after a while. You get stir crazy living in a little bus on the road. It gets bumpy. Best food you had on your tour? Portland, Oregon. Always. Best food in the entire world. Hands down. We ate this pop-up for breakfast called Folklore. I think they pop up on Sundays. I follow them on Instagram. Oh my God. Incredible. The Folklore Project. Oh no, that's Chris Pastris. That's a skateboard thing. Folklore_PDX. It's like a brunch spot, and they pop up and open up for like that Sunday, and the food is just fucking beautiful. Oh my God, it's great. Yeah, really, really good. Folklore_PDX. Portland is the best food, hands down. Even if you're not vegan, you just want to eat something cool, I guarantee they got it there for you, you know? They got good food, yeah. Yeah. Oh, in other news, I beat Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Blasted through it pretty quick, I would say so. If you get a chance, go to the Patreon. I have videos of me fucking blasting through some I have some content of me fucking skating on my Patreon. Like some gamer style content. I've been putting out videos there that I won't share here. Just because I'm like, I won't do well for the whole internet. I don't want to share it with the whole internet. But fuck it, I'll put it out here. Why not? And it's been really fun to like just put out shit just for the sake of it. Like that. That's me and Randall. We're chilling and we're gonna play Tony Hawk. That's on my Patreon. It's really fun. I loved it, you know? Let's see. No big deal. That's your boy right there on the school level. Little backside nose slide to fucking transfer to impossible out. Little 360 indie grab, backside board 50-50. Okay, where am I going now? What am I doing? I'm crouching down. Okay. All right. Making a little turn. What am I trying to do? What am I up to? Ooh, a little impossible. Maybe a little, okay. Oh, hey, what up? You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that overcrook. Whoa, that wall ride. Don't you know? Tony Hawk Pro Skater is very fun. Good times. Or construction and work outside in a lot of sun. Any tips for keeping my tattoos looking good? Yeah, keep them out of the sun. The sun is horrible for your skin, therefore it's horrible for your tattoos under your skin. Cover them. Don't even worry about sunscreen, just cover them. Wear something loose and light that you won't sweat in too much, and keep those tattoos out of sight. Don't show them off. The sun will fade your colors. Your black will be fine. Your gray can fade consistently. Anything that's already broken down, it can break down further. Where colors that are light fast, like browns and oranges, will fade right out. But if you have a tattoo built properly, like the way I make them, they'll withstand sun. I don't tell my clients to avoid any sun. I'm like, do what the fuck you want. You're getting tattooed. You want a tattoo that you can live in. You don't want to have a tattoo dictate what you can or cannot do. And if you're that concerned, then put on a bunch of sunscreen while you're at it. But overall, go get it, dude. Favorite Monster cereal? I don't know if I had a Monster cereal. It's like Count Chocula or something. Or Cocoa Puffs, like that bird. Does that count? I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite Monster cereal. I don't know what a Monster cereal is. Put me on. Let me know what you like, and I'll see if I've had it. Yeah, Monster cereal. You know, I like sugary cereals. I'm a bad boy. I like a lot of granola-y cereals. Blueberry, what? Is there any spooky Captain Crunch? Because if there is, I'll go for that. I'm saving one of my arms for if I ever go to America. I want a sleeve done by you because you're my favorite tattoo artist in the world. Save up and come see me. Before you know it, you'll be able to fly. You fly, you come down, you bring me some money, and you leave with a sleeve. I'm fast as fuck. I can bang out a sleeve in a couple days. Email me, set aside lots of cash. I'll book aside appointments for you. We'll strategically lay it out, do a couple day sessions, and do your entire sleeve. You get the ultimate souvenir from America, from me. I'll take care of you. All you do is fart. Perfect, man. That's what I said. I love that YouTube name. Very strategic and great to say in reply. Yeah. I think I better be scooting here in a moment. I've been letting this run on for far too long. It's been fun. It has. But I think me sipping on this water, that seems to be never ending, and this tea, makes me have to pee. And I want you to hang around waiting for me. So, I think I bid you a farewell. And I think I'm going to go. And I'm going to take that tinkle, don't you know? You're very welcome for the entertainment. Thank you so much for the love from upstate. Thank you so much. Stay safe as well. Take care of yourself. Take care of your friends, your family. Hug them. Tell them you love them. And, you know, if you're thinking of someone, let them know. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. And, yeah, you know, if you want to get tattooed, email me. We might be able to work something out. WayneFredericksonTattoo@gmail.com. If you want to buy the flash set that me and Buddy Holiday put out, you can go to my Shopify store, which is linked in my Instagram. You just go right there, you tap that right there. It brings you to the Wayne's Gang Shopify, and actually that's it right there. You can just, bam, buy that shit. Super easy. If you want to join my Patreon, I will link it below. I'll link everything below in the description below this video right here. So if you miss Wayne videos and you want to see them and you haven't seen them, there's at least 20 videos you haven't seen on my Patreon right now. You pay $7. It goes directly to me, not no pocket change, but like I make like $6 off of it. And you can watch everything I make every fucking day. Not a bad deal. And I keep you entertained. You keep supporting me. We both win. And yeah, you know? Yeah, cool. All right. I'll put everything in the description below. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Take care of yourself and your friends. Keep everyone in mind. Tell your friends you love them. And yeah, that's all. See you guys in the next one, okay? Ta-ta. Farewell.